know it's trapped in fire, but that's the messenger.
Yo, check. Are we in the building? This is Big Tommy Bizz, and welcome back to the New Guardz show, ladies and gentlemen, for another sick episode this month. I'm in the building with Kazar and Ray Vendetta, but we have a very special guest this evening. Fucking OG in the UK hip-hop scene. I'm talking about the man like Parallax. Make some New Guardz noise. So P, step to the mic, please.
What's up?
How you doing, brother?
I'm good, bro. I might have to move this up a touch.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good.
You're
good.
On the taller side.
That's
on the
it,
taller
man,
side. Yeah, you're nearly
not quite as tall as Ray.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're nearly getting to that height, man.
That's it, man.
Listen, man, I'm gonna take it back with you. I need the origin story, the superhero origin shit. Like, when did you first encounter hip hop, and what was the start of the journey, bro?
Well, my brother was 2 years older than me, so it was at that point when I was introduced to stuff like ahead of my time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I remember, like, I think it was maybe Tupac, All Eyes on Me, or Dre 2001 that I was like, I know for a fact, like, my mum was driving us down from like Scotland, 8-hour drive, and I think all I had was 2001, and that was when I fell in love with hip hop. It was like really listening to that album, it just changed everything, and like, it's a crazy album, crazy.
Bruv, I'm with you because I'm probably, I don't know how old you are, but we're probably around the same age group.
Similar, yeah.
And 2001 was one of my first CDs that my cousin handed down to me when I was, I think I was 8 when I got 2001, and just like, bruv, I could spit all the bars on that album like back then.
It's also like the best mixed album. If you want like a hip hop album for engineering gold standard, that is it. It doesn't get better than that.
Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yeah, that's did Dre mix that as
well? Yeah, of course.
Dre,
of course. That's that kind of era of like late 90s to noughties hip hop.
Yeah.
It's sort of, for me, when it kind of transcended like from the classic kind of dusty boom bap into this new
like
crispy sound, but but it was still rugged raw, like on Kiss on the TV you had Snoop and Dre, like, bro.
Because it was quite different from like Wu-Tang were real like gutter, really dusty, whereas Dre was super clean. It was like almost clinical, but done perfectly, like in a banging way.
Because in that period of time, my first introduction to Wu was through Gravel Pit. And then I went back because that dropped. But I never had the W. I never had the W early. I just because the music video was crazy and it was on the TV. I used to watch the Kiss channel.
They went all out with that one. That was their big video, wasn't it?
And then obviously a bit like couple of years later, went back and realized they'd made these incredible albums with 36 and Forever. Anyway, I'm chatting shit about hip hop when we've got to be talking about Parallax, man. What was it about that sound that captured you, bro?
At the end of the day, I think I just experienced such a high quality album at that age. It's still one of the best albums to this day. So I think it was just, once I heard that, it just clicked. Do you know what I mean? But for me as a kid, I think like rappers like Nas, it took me like a little bit longer to get into because that was more lyrical, whereas I was kind of into soul samples. I know that's different to Dre, but it was kind of like I gravitated more to that kind of sound. So then when I kind of got a bit more intelligent, grew up a bit, then I started to like get more into the proper lyricists and stuff.
But so was it the beats then?
The beats initially kind of that captivated me. It was everything. It's everything. But like, I think for a lot of people, it is the music first. Then it's the bars. Do you know what I mean? Like, especially as you're a kid, it's music at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? And that's what captivates you, I think.
Well, and then the other thing is, it's like I said, I come up on the music videos, bro. So like, it's the swag. That's the other thing, you know what I mean? Like, it's fucking cool, bro.
And
like,
then the 90s videos as well. Bro. Like, they have the illest, like, even if you look at a lot of these 90s videos, all of them have, like, the dope fisheye lens. Yeah. Everything, they're all of their hands, like, you know, doing this. It looks, like, they had the bright jackets. They're like, you know what I mean? And you'll see these big buildings behind them in the, very New York.
It's mad you say that, Parallax, because it's like, hip hop almost circled with that whole kind of look.
Aesthetic.
Yeah, coming back, old cameras coming back.
Bro,
and just
why
like
does everyone want
throwback
retro?
bombs, vintage.
Exactly,
Yeah, retro,
exactly.
That's
It's like
it, man.
people want to make their nice cameras look old. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
the same. I'll like doing my videos. I'll be shooting. It's looking all clean. I'm like slapping all this grain on it. I need it
Bro,
to look
I
hip-hop.
was doing a video for a murder and that last night, and I'm like, this looks too clean, man. I'm putting some film grain on here. Like,
Yeah.
What about talking of cameras and film? What about the name Parallax, man? Where did you get that from, bro?
It basically it comes from it's a mad random concept, but it's like seeing things along two different lines of sight. So it's like a different perspective, right? And my name is Miles, so it was like my perspective is miles apart. This sounds like a really mad thing, but I just came up with this weird kind of metaphorical name around my name, but it just happened to be that. But it had a ring to it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
man.
it basically goes along something quite. I'm actually quite surprised that I came up with it like as a kid because it's kind of deep, but like it plays along that sort of seeing things from a different perspective. You know how we're rappers, man. We all think we've got this unique take. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's it's like that. You're seeing it from a slightly different perspective.
I love that, man. And
Yeah,
fucking, it's one of my favorite things that I've done it in one of my videos that I shot for you. I've done a parallax effect. Oh, I love it, man. I love it. Bruv, you was at the last of the Village show last
Yes.
weekend. You fucking rocked that stage, bruv. I
was
feel
ill.
like you
was ill.
commanded that set, and
you,
I've not seen you live before, I don't think. So
Maybe just like chip shop and stuff. but
yeah,
this was like
yes, facts. Yeah,
but
I seen
this
you at
was
Chip
like
Shop
a
but
proper show where
with
we
a
went
good,
in.
with a good crowd,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and you commanded the crowd, bro, and you brought something special to that set. What do you feel you bring to your live shows that other people maybe don't as much?
Preparation.
Yeah?
And I've done a lot of shows, and I know kind of I've been through the ups and downs in terms of like knowing how far I can push it as a rapper, my voice and stuff. So at this stage, after I've done shows for like, I did my first show probably 20 years ago. Do you know what I mean? But like, a lot of it's preparation. So like making sure you're rehearsing tight, making sure you're looking after your breathing. You're like, a lot of it, I always have to relearn it, but you have to learn to sort of do the breaths from the stomach so you're not overloading your lungs. Because I'm used to doing like long 20, 30 minute set on my own with no hype man. So like, if you're not, I've had it over the years where I used to blast a bit harder. Do you know what I mean? And when I kind of learn about like how to look after my voice and my breathing, and then like the rehearsals, and then if you put the work in it, I think it shows for the show. Do you know what I mean? And I think a lot of that is, you know what? Sometimes it's the fear of failure that drives me to go a bit harder.
Yeah.
Because like it's like all I wanted to do is make sure it bangs, and there's this fear there of like, you know what I mean? What if they're not feeling me? So like maybe I go a bit OT on the prep, but like it's not always like that. Do you know what I mean? Some shows you just do a bit less, but this was it was like for me personally, it felt like a return to the stage a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and I felt honoured to do it, perform my mates, you guys, who absolutely killed it.
I'm glad
Absolutely
that
shelled it.
I'm glad that we could do that for you.
No, I appreciate that.
At our show. Do you know what I mean?
It was ill.
Let me just add Parallax. We go a bit further back, and
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
someone that I've always seen in the scene. From,
Yeah.
I can mention numerous events that we've both been at, but when you're on the stage, they stand and they pay attention.
Yeah,
innit?
respect,
and it was
man.
no
Appreciate
different
that.
the other night.
Thank
it was
you, bro.
like,
Appreciate
because I haven't seen you in such a while perform like that. I was just like, yo, I remember,
thanks,
man,
bro.
master of ceremony.
Thank you, man. Nah. Yeah, we go back, like, we've all been in this scene for a while, and it's like even for me, I came up from the cyphers. So even if you go back to like 2011, you'll see me kind of like not battling, but we're trying to spit our hardest verse in Brick Lane and stuff. You know what I mean? So like, I remember it was going back to like the early Lockside Lounge Cam. No, I think Kung Fu was slightly before me actually, but like, maybe, yeah. Because I think I came on the scene maybe, when was it? Like 2011 with maybe 2012. There's me rapping in my kitchen, the first ever thing I put online. So it was, maybe we did the shows before that. Do you know what I mean? But I came out a bit later. Like I was always doing music, and yeah. But I was almost too much of a perfectionist. I only wanted to come out when the product was right. But then when I did come out, I was like on the map straight away, pretty much from from Hip Hop Philosophy, which is my first like bigger video, and that really did open the doors. Like I was straight away started to do. I supported Dead Prez off the back of it, and like it kind of just like got me on the map, and that was early Facebook days. So it was before I didn't have a smartphone then, and I didn't have Instagram, and it was like, yeah. Literally, I literally DM'd my video to like my entire friends list, and then I got it to pop on Facebook basically, and it was all the hip hop heads.
Receiving a link from their people now.
Yeah.
I check that.
Yeah, not like I do that every time now, but at the time I had no choice. Now I understand advertising, understand content a bit more, and I can rely on other things to get it out a bit more. But back then, you know, you're just in the bedroom, you're just figuring it out. Like it was almost like, I think we can all relate. We had to figure it out as the technology changed. You know what I mean? It was like we kind of went from the MySpace to the Facebook, then to like smartphones, Instagram. But I'm like, I'm only just figuring out this content stuff a bit. Do you know what I mean? We're old school artists. We had to like, we almost didn't want to budge when it came to content. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
from the era we came from.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's sometimes, you know, I remember I saw this video of like Daylight, or you know what I mean, and he was like, if you want to be a rapper, like learn Photoshop, learn Adobe Premiere, learn cameras, learn marketing. Don't make music for a year. He was like, don't make music for a year. I was like, this guy's crazy. But then I was like, mate, it all makes sense.
Because he probably knew that it's going to come to the crunch where it's going to be everyone's doing it on their own.
Yeah.
And you've got to get attention before a label's going to look at you.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So no label's looking at no one who's not on TikTok popping and not, you know what I mean? It's one of them things.
Machine already,
yeah. And also, you know, like before, it was getting to the point where maybe I've done 10 videos, right? I've done like gone all out on some of them, spent thousands, like, and it's just not sustainable. Do you know what I mean? It's like when I went back to sort of owning the gear and doing a lot of it myself, it was almost like I'm just banging stuff out like it's music. Like I can just lock in and then make something kind of dope, and that's sustainable. Now I can just do it. No one can stop you if you control the pipeline. Whereas I think there's always like a bottleneck as a rapper, because like you got to do artwork, you got to do mix, mastering, vocals, like, you know, visuals, marketing. Like really the music is like 10%. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, it's the most important thing. You also got the live element.
It's
you
the
know what I mean?
main thing that you're trying to get across, but you've got to cross all these other bridges before you get there, man, before anyone else is going to be hearing it.
Yeah.
You're answering questions that are 4 questions away.
Need to stop.
You're answering questions that are 4 questions away on my list. But that's fine, because this is hip hop and we just make shit up as we go along anyway, bro. I think auditory vision is when I first came across your music in 2018.
Nice one.
And you've dropped bangers and bangers since then, but no album, man.
You know what? I actually have dropped 2 albums worth of tracks since that project.
Wow.
And I just, you know what happened is after that project, I wanted to switch it up. And that's why I started to mix with some of the faster beats, because I'd done like a few boom bap projects at that point, and I was like, I need to like switch it up. So I basically made a project with all these 140 tracks, like a few different things. But it didn't really feel like this is going to be the follow-on album. So it could have been like a tape, but I just ended up dropping them as like singles. So there was all these hype tracks that I dropped that I did at the show, like Lift Off, the one at the end, Giving Game. They're bangers, trust.
Yeah.
And then, so basically, forgotten where I was going with it, but it basically, after that, I did another approach where I made a load of music, but I mixed in the boom bap again. And I feel like this run now would probably be the follow-up to, like I said, a project. But I kind of became more of a singles artist because it's the way the game went. Like I've still got a large catalogue since that release. And it's all singles. I just didn't really put it all on a project. So I feel like I have been slacking in that department, but I've put the music out and I've put the visuals out. So it's
that's
like,
what I'm saying. So it's definitely not slacking. It's just it's strategy, bro. So it's like, does that speak to the way that we consume music now? And how do you feel about the way that music is consumed now? Obviously, because like us lot, we're old school guys. We listen to albums. We bought CDs, like vinyls. You know what I mean? So it's changed since then, man. Yeah,
you hit the nail on the head. It's kind of like how we consume music. It was like, I'm still trying to get on, so I need to just hit them over the head with as many bangers basically as I can. But from a sort of coherent standpoint, albums are good for like doing a rollout, you know, something people can digest. Do you know what I mean? But if you're talking about what we should be doing as up and coming artists, it's just getting as many tracks out, I think, and as many visuals, really. Yeah. But like albums in this day and age are more for like if you want to do it, but it's not practical for the way people consume stuff. Yeah, but facts. You should do it as an artist because that's part of what makes you a great artist. And obviously most people will make the rollout and then they'll just drop it in singles and then drop the project at the end, which is kind of what I was doing. But on the other one, I just sort of like didn't drop the project. I just dropped all the tunes and then. Man. But essentially the same with the videos, right? You shoot this beautiful 16:9 widescreen video that looks cinematic. Guess how people consume it the other way around. So you need to now crop your whole video. It's like it kind of even the visuals get like a bit butchered as well. Yeah, but there's a way where you can make it bang as well. But it's same with music. I think you got to adapt the way you deliver. And I think before the old school long form music video way has turned a bit more into a short form spit your hardest part of the tune kind of way. Yeah. But that works for us.
And hope that people listen to the rest of the tune. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah. So how do you feel about that? What do you think is? Do you think we're just kind of like it's just diluting it?
I mean, it's more saturated than ever. But I do feel like since I learned the other stuff like the cameras, the artwork, the edits, it actually works quite well for me because I've been playing around a lot with just shooting the dopest verses cinematically and then using that stuff for Insta. Yeah. And that is a little bit easier for me to get done because sometimes you don't want to have this fucking big concept like idea for a video that's just going to be like a 4-minute performance. Like
you just want a sick shot with where you
spit
your bars.
I feel like sometimes I would spend like months making this like piece of art in Premiere, like, you know, it's like I'm like, this is such a good edit, like they're gonna love this, it's like a movie. And then it's like, oh, the thing that you just flick up with the one take does even better on Insta. Do you know what I mean? But just the same way albums are like artistic, so are full music videos at this point. Bro. It's become even more of a short form game since TikTok, basically.
It's a weird one because it's just harder and harder to keep, because my side hustle is the music videos. And it's harder and harder to keep it up. I've got people asking me to shoot content for them now rather than music videos, which
but maybe that's the
isn't
way.
Exactly what I want to do, but fuck it, bro. The man's got to get paid in it, so I've been doing it. But
better for you on the editing front. Because the last thing, I like to edit my own videos, but I wouldn't want to edit other people's videos. Because I think for me,
I like doing it, man.
I think sometimes maybe I just spend. No, it is good, but I think maybe sometimes my experience with it has been quite long with my own videos, and maybe I need to build a quicker process. But maybe I feel like I always end up throwing like a month at an edit, so I know that that's quite a lot to do for like.
You gotta get quicker than
that.
I know.
Bro. I'm just I'm
you got two evenings. That's it, bro. 2 evenings and then one more evening for the cut downs, maybe.
Yeah. But if you do spend that extra time, it does definitely give it some sauce. Of course, it's just like the music. I think like. And
because you're not putting a deadline on it, right? You're just doing it until you're satisfied.
Until it like looks like I'm my biggest critic, so it needs to just be of a level where I'm like, this is like I can't fault it, and then I'll drop it. But
what do you think about the state of UK hip hop?
State of UK hip hop. I mean, if you were talking about UK rap as a whole, obviously it's blown compared to when we got into this stuff. I mean. I'm talking
about UKHH.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, at the end of the day, there's still there's always going to be a circuit of the kind of cypher nights where everyone does their thing. But I think a lot of these people that get stuck in the boom bap scene, they're not elevating out of it. They're not like elevating the product up or trying to get on the bigger stages. They stay in the sort of that level, and I think that's always been the thing with UK hip hop. Like, a lot of people didn't really like invest in the branding properly, in the sonics of the music. The whole thing sometimes can come across not as professional as it should be, which other genres, I'd say maybe, dare I say, grime and drill, they had more investment, so maybe it was a bit more polished, but maybe not sonically as creative as the hip hop scene, but from a product standpoint, it was a bit more marketable.
I mean, if you go back to the start of grime, they were making beats on the fucking the shitty chord or whatever it is, and all them dead softwares, and then as soon as a bit of investment come in and like grime allowed the sound to elevate, whereas I
Yeah.
feel like the kind of UK boom bap that emulated 90s America hip hop hasn't really evolved from that, and the artists that are pushed through have kind of allowed their music to transcend a little bit, not out
Yeah.
of that, but like evolve to the next level. Do
I
you know
feel
what
like
I mean?
you have to do that a bit. Like, as in, even for me, like I was saying, even for me, I wanted to transcend my sound out of just the typical boom bap because I was bigger than that. And then actually sort of experimenting with some faster tempos, it brought it back to having another fresh approach with the boom bap, where I think if you're pigeonholed as that, I think it's good to be able to be versatile, you know, like, and then you're kind of within that realm of UK rap. But like, there is a thing in the boom bap scene where it's quite backpack, quite, you know, like stoners and Stella cans in the video, nothing wrong with that. But like, do you know what I mean?
Don't get us
Sometimes
started
it can
on
be
that,
a bit like, look, I bun as well. I'm not guilty.
I think it's a good point that you made as well, because it's like, I think with the boom bap scene, it's like, obviously we all love boom bap, but I think the issue is with the UK hip hop scene is one of the things is that a lot of artists, they feel like it needs to stay a certain way rather than trying to elevate a sound or to be creative with it. So for instance, I don't know, using in your beats, having, I don't know, like an orchestra or different instruments, or like people are like, the dustier it is, the more authentic they feel.
But you know what? Like, I was a hip hop purist, and then the hip hop purist started to annoy me a touch because I was expanding out, and some people don't want to hear it if it's not pure boom bap. But for me, it's all hip hop, man. I'm still shelling
if it doesn't
the bars.
sort of emulate 36 chambers, then they're not hearing it. You
But
know what I mean? It's like
and I think like if you wanna, you have to push it forward. Do you know what I mean? Like, we can't all be living in the past. And like, I love hip hop. You always have to embrace it, but it's always good to you can embrace other things to then make it come back around. Do you know what I mean? I feel like when I kind of experimented a bit after Auditory Vision and did these projects, I kind of came back round to the hip hop, like I said, with this like, now I feel like a full artist. Like, any BPM I can do now. Before I was stuck in this 80, 90 BPM land, whereas now it's like I can do 170 to 140 to like, I've got drum and bass features, you know, I've got like grime, but like, obviously when you're doing your albums, it needs to be coherent. That's why
I
the
love
trappy
spitting
stuff.
on drum and bass in the rave, bro.
That's how I started.
I just go slow and freestyle, bro. Yeah, straight, man. I've done
DMV's like double hip hop, isn't it? Kind of.
I've done freestyling for a straight half an hour on drum and bass, bro, not even slipping, bro. Like, like, you know what I mean? If it was boom bap, I'd be slipping, but drum and bass, I feel like there's a way to ride it.
Yeah, you're hosting
that
it.
You can just go a little slow on.
Also, you're hosting it, aren't you? You're hosting it. You don't have to be barring every bar. You can just be like, da 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 da, and then be like, chill.
Man.
But I thought like that's how I started. Like, my brother was a D&B DJ, so I kind of got lucky because he got loads of dope records from this local store. So I had like access to all these rare, like, good D&B tracks, and then we used to do parties, and then when we would like spin, we'd all spit on D&B. So and then like, so we started, and like we'd be like bada bullshit. Do you know what I mean? like just chatting whatever, but like it would be funny. You'd be laughing. But I remember the Buddha thing. In my first early raps, I had B dash B dash B dash. I was like actually writing it in the bars. But yeah, man. Yeah, I feel like if you're from the UK and you spit, like, drum bass is going to be part of it somehow. You know what I mean? But I felt like with D&B,
everyone's been to a drum and bass rave at some point.
Yeah, it's just no one's really like when we're doing DB, you're not really like hearing it like that. That's why it was like I really wanted to like do the hip hop shit so people knew I got bars and it wasn't just like this drunk flow. You know what I mean? It's Buddha.
Last things fucking last. What can we expect from Parallax and X, man?
Well, got a new tune dropping very soon that I'm going to be doing on here. So yeah, I've got more singles coming. Basically, I've got a bunch of tracks coming, and you will get a project. And I'm just going to keep going, man. Like, I feel kind of, I'm in a position now where I've invested in my gear, my equipment, my process, and like I'm really feeling back in the zone. So I'm like, I'm wanting to have another wind with this. I'm wanting to try and push it. So I reckon more videos, more interviews, more projects, man. We just got to keep going. More shows.
Yeah,
more
let's do
shows.
this,
We need
man.
to be doing more shows. But I really do want to take it back to the stage again a bit more, man, because with the way the internet's going, we know it's going to become saturated with slop. Right?
We need man like you in these fucking circuits, bro. Like
Yeah,
you
no,
come and
respect.
shut down that shit, commanded the crowd, the energy was crazy. So
Thank you, bro.
yeah, we all we can do is thank you for bringing
thank
that
you.
to our event, bro. You get me?
Nah, thank you, man. Honestly, it was amazing, man. Everyone, you guys killed it. Like the whole band went crazy. All the
Thank you,
MCs went
brother.
crazy. The talent was sick. And just to sort of come back to that reception, it kind of made me don't forget who you are, because I go through stages with this, even recently, where you can be quite depressed or you overthink and you're like, you get too in your head. You're like, am I still going to be doing this? Like, we've all been doing this for a minute, and like we've walked through the fire. Like most people, they don't last. Like, you know, they do it for a bit to be cool and then it's done. Whereas I think the longer you stay in it is like, the more you're really resilient. And it's like, sometimes you've got to go through those low points then to sort of have this wind again. And I think that kind of helped me get out of my own head with it, because it's, yeah.
There's times where you're gonna probably feel like that, but then you remember why you love it. You hear
Yeah,
a whole
yeah.
album that you love when you're young, and just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yo, this is why I do this shit.
Yeah,
Everything
exactly.
else is irrelevant.
Exactly. Yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah.
them moments,
You got to like not forget why you do this.
Why you done it in the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
place,
yeah.
why you love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And listen, talking about why we do this fucking thing, I think it's time to get in some bars.
But.
What you telling me, man? You ready for action, bro?
Yeah, man, put on Scrutiny.
Yeah, let's do this. This is Scrutiny. Aye, listen.
Overstimulation is actually the name of the track, but that's the name of the beat. Yo, yo, yo. Yeah. Parallax in the building. New Guardz in the building. Listen, overstimulation. Let's do it. Yo. Are you fed up of being a victim? You got a bucket list, but you never had a pot to piss in. It's like you blown out both your eardrums. You hear me, but you ain't listening. Too busy chasing a pipe dream. Now you're seeing me wave in the distance, trying to be a household name. Yeah, that is my goal and mission. I had to switch my lane, and now I'm in pole position. Even though I'm skating on thin ice, you're never gonna catch me slipping. 1,000 tons of pressure the way I'm crushing the competition. Listen. Got us digging out our graves, overstimulated in the information age, instigating hate instead of innovating change, trying to get a break but I keep filling up with rage. They want it all now, these kids ain't really got patience. Your song came out last week, but now it sounds dated. The rap game's all plastic, but it still needs a facelift. And your attitude sucks, cause your entitlement is abrasive. All the money in the world, and you still don't know what taste is. While I'm on point like lasers, deep in the cut like razors, building bombs to blow up the stages. Of a red or a blue pill, we're letting up escaping the matrix. Now we're merging with the AI, downloading things on a brain chip. Parallax in the building, we're getting deep on that one. Couple deep bars there, overstimulation coming soon.
Hey, this is the man like Parallax on the New Guard show. Make some fucking noise in the building one more time. You ready to get into the next one,
Yeah,
my bro?
let's do it, man. Let's do it. Shelling. Let's do it. Yo. Call me the Big Mac, but I ain't really clogging your artery. Showboating my armory, flowing cold with a masterpiece. Rapping retardedly, so you ain't on par with me. I built an army with bars that's gonna martyr me. I'm breaking through the ceiling, breaking through the cage. Feel my rage going cray every time I step on stage. Devilish ways on the mic, I test your faith. Us against the system, call me a renegade. None of you faze me cause I'm tougher than leather, and my rhymes are staying fatter than playing Nutty Professor. Rappers rely on their swag, they're playing dress up. It's fair to say that I'm fed up. Oh yo, it's real rap shelling, straight to your melon. Staying independent, intelligence I'm selling. Leader in the game, yeah, my fate's already destined. Dropping lessons, education, my profession. Elevate your mind, that's my purpose in my course. Till I dissect your brain like I'm working for the morgue. Exterminate my insecurities, hurting at the core. I used to feel worthless, but now I'm wanting more. What you gonna do when I ridicule your crew? Cause the lyrics that I write are like physical abuse. Hitting with the bars or that rhythm in the blues. Yeah, I'm giving them the truth, that's my mission in the booth. It's funny how we developed as people, a bunch of zombies in the street, but this ain't Resident Evil, yeah. Pens the injection, that is definitely lethal, yeah. I got that food for thought, it just depends what I feed you, yeah. Real rap shelling, straight to your melon. Staying independent, intelligence I'm selling. Leader in the game, yeah, my fate's already destined. Dropping lessons, education, my profession. Real rap shelling, straight to your melon. Staying independent, intelligence I'm selling. Leader in the game, yeah, my fate's already destined. Dropping lessons, education, my profession.
Hey, Parallax, you know. Bomber Club.
That one's shelling.
Lift off, yeah? Are we ready to lift off?
Are we ready to lift off? Boom, boom.
Let's go.
Going back to that single rollout I was talking about in COVID, after the album, I had to switch it up. I had to come with some different energy. And this is the energy, man. Yo. Can we get the volume up a little bit? Yo, we're lifting off. Are we lifting off? Yeah, I'm lifting off. Watch for the pagans, watch for the ops. Yeah, I'm gonna make it and I won't stop. Many act shady, so they get blocked. Don't piss me off. Yeah, I go crazy when I'm on job. You're just lazy, so you're on the rocks. You're not gonna break me. Heavyweight, yeah, I'm strong like Arnie. Shelling the dance, I'm a one-man army. They said I would never go far, but now I'm in the States getting love in the party. On the move, writing bars in the headphones. All the pain in my heart, gotta let go. I've been making my mark and my rep known. Bringing East London out to the West Coast. Coming up and I'm never gonna backtrack till it's on top like I'm wearing a snapback. You're just behind like a backpack. And you gash, you're never gonna back that. Well, I'm putting my foot down. Yeah, I keep revving the engine. I used to be stuck at a standstill, but now I keep getting momentum. Yeah, I'm lifting off. Watch for the pagans, watch for the ops. Yeah, I'm gonna make it and I won't stop. Many act shady, so they get blocked. Don't piss me off. Yeah, I go crazy when I'm on job. You're just lazy, so you're on the rocks. You're not gonna break me, no. I'm lifting off. Watch for the pagans, watch for the ops. Yeah, I'm gonna make it and I won't stop. Many act shady, so they get blocked. Don't piss me off. Yeah, I go crazy when I'm on job. You're just lazy, so you're on the rocks. You're not gonna break me, no. We got another verse in there. Are we lifting off? Make some noise in the studio right now.
Hey, this is motherfucking Parallax, yo.
Yo. The OGs want to front on the kid, but they never moved on. They're becoming extinct. I'm going straight up to the top. Why you man are stuck in the lift? Got a gift and I wanna keep shining. Sharp mind out, cut like a diamond. Real talk, yeah, I've been on the hype ting. Fresh out the gate, no plan on retiring. When I'm on the beat and the rhythm, I swerve like I switch lanes in a drop top Merc. Yeah, I'm on stage and yeah, I'm on the curbs, putting in work, just trying to get burst. I don't count on no one. Speak from my heart, they speak from the colon. Just trying to stay focused, yeah. Yeah, my plan's in motion, what? I'm lifting off. Watch for the pagans, watch for the ops. Yeah, I'm gonna make it and I won't stop. Many act shady, so they get blocked. Don't piss me off. Yeah, I go crazy when I'm on job. You're just lazy, so you're on the rocks. You're not gonna break me, no. I'm lifting off. Watch for the pagans, watch for the ops. Yeah, I'm gonna make it and I won't stop. Many act shady, so they get blocked. Don't piss me off. Yeah, I go crazy when I'm on job. You're just lazy, so you're on the rocks. You're not gonna break me, no. Yeah.
Parallax in the fucking building, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, what is this?
we
This
get
is
busy.
New Guardz on Mode London with Parallax. Listen, if you ain't coming like that, don't come on the Blood Clot New Guard show, bro.
Yeah.
You get me?
Now, big up, man.
Thank you for coming through, my bro.
Respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can find me at Instagram /Parallax Official, YouTube /Parallax Official TV, Facebook Parallax Official, TikTok Parallax Official, all that good stuff. But yeah, just type in Parallax Hip Hop into YouTube and I've got a catalog of videos, man. You can go and check it out. But yeah, check it out and look out for Overstimulation dropping potentially Friday. if I can sort my shit out.
You hear that? That is Overstimulation by Parallax dropping on Friday. Listen, my brother, thank you again for coming on the New Guard show right now.
No worries.
We're about to get back into the sounds of the New Guards playlist. What we saying? What you got?
Tears, Killer Mike. Sounds of the Shed Tears by Killer Mike. But yeah, big up Parallax once more. This is the New Guards radio show. Let's go.